Assalamu alaikum students. Today I will explain ATP and NADPH formation during light reactions. This is thylakoid membrane. It is having photosystem 2 and photosystem 1. Photosystem 2, that is having chlorophyll A molecule which excites its electron at 680 nanometer of light, while photosystem 1 that excites it has chlorophyll A molecule which excites its electron at 700 nanometer of light. Student, when sunlight it falls on photosystem 2, then two electrons they excite and they reach to the reaction center. From the reaction center they are passed to that of the a primary electron acceptor, and from the primary electron acceptor they move through an electron transport chain. uh, Electron transport chain, first carrier or first component is plastoquinone, which is an iron containing protein, and second component is cytochrome complex. We call it complex because it consists of two types of cytochromes. One is called as cytochrome B6 and the other one is called as cytochrome F. And then next component of the electron transport chain is a copper containing protein which is called as plastocyanin. Cytochrome complex and plastoquinone both are iron containing proteins, and electrons from the primary electron acceptor they reach to that of the plastoquinone. From plastoquinone they move to that of the cytochrome complex, and at this stage when electrons they move to the down, they move down, they release energy in the form of ATP. This energy, some of this energy that is used to pump hydrogen ions from the stroma into that of the thylakoid lumen. So to develop a gradient, proton gradient in that of the thylakoid interior or thylakoid lumen. Because thylakoid membranes they are impermeable for the movement of hydrogen ions, so they are pumped with the help of this energy which is released by the cytochrome complex from the downhill movement of the electrons. So hydrogen ions from the stroma through plastoquinone they will move to that of the cytochrome complex, and then from the cytochrome complex they will reach to that of the lumen. Already hydrogen which is produced as a result of splitting of water or photolysis of water, that they are also accumulated into that of the thylakoid lumen. So it develops a concentration gradient of hydrogen ions, and hydrogen ions then they will move through a special channel protein or through a special enzyme which is called as what ATP synthase. In this way hydrogen ions they will move back to that of the stroma, and when they will move through this ATP synthase they will release energy which was being captured by them during their movement. So when they move back to that of the low concentration gradient over there, they release that energy in the form of ATP, or energy which is released by them that is used to make a bond between inorganic phosphate and ADP. And then electrons after releasing energy they will move to that of the plastocyanin, and from there they will be provided to photosystem 1 which is already excited, which already excites its two electron with the help of sunlight. So these two electrons they will fill that very hole which is created by the fall of light, and the two holes which were created in chlorophyll A molecule in photosystem 2 they will be filled by the electrons which will be contributed by the hydrogen ions obtained from that of the water. So in this way hydrogen that gets changed into what, into protons, and then photosystem 1, it will excite its two electrons, excited electrons, they will be accepted by that of the primary electron acceptor. From there they will reach to that of the ferrodoxin, which is another iron containing protein, and this is a small electron transport chain which is present after photosystem 1, or which is following photosystem 1. And from the ferrodoxin electrons, they will move to that of to that of the NADP, and NADP accept these two electrons to to reduce itself in the form of NADPH. These two hydrogens, they are provided through this uphill movement, and hydrogen ions, they will be uh, hydrogen ions, they will then combine with that of the NADP to convert what, to make what, NADPH. So NADPH and ATP both are products of what, light reactions. Only ATP synthase that is involved in the formation of ATP, as electron movement and hydrogen ion movement through the thylakoid membrane, that is occurring for the ATP formation. So here it is called as ATP formation is being made with the help of a process which is called as what, chemiosmosis. This whole process is called as what, chemiosmosis. Formation of ATP through the membrane by the movement of different ions is called as what, chemiosmosis. So and in this way ATP and NADPH, that will be accumulated in the stroma, where the second phase of photosynthesis called as Calvin cycle, that will occur. This is all about ATP and NADP formation during light reaction. Thank you, students.